to share 5 minutes in English. Yeah. Before I lived in Japan, I did 5 minutes of fire in church in Japanese. But the theme is different. One of the phrase which impressed me is it cannot be helped to get first prize in the 100 sprints because life is marathon. It is said by president of the Daiichi Life Insurance Company and the Toshiba president. On March 18th, I took part in a marathon competition in one small island in Japan. And before that competition, I practiced for about 3 months before I came back from Burma. Yeah, and it's really hard for me because I have to practice by myself, sundiri, and it feels like I want to bolos. Yeah, so many times I was thinking to stop to practice and give up for marathon, but my father and mother mangat me, and so I try to keep practice for 3 months every day. Yeah, so and there are so many enemies for me. So like delicious food, some ice cream, some like party. But I try to ignore it for 3 months only, yeah. And on the race day, I woke up at 4 a.m. because it starts at 7:30. And my condition is really good. And the sky is cloud. But it's also good because if it was sun, it's sunny, so I couldn't run because it's too hot. It is March. March in Japan, March is really cold. The degree is about 10 degrees Celsius or so. Yeah, and before I stood up the start line, I listened the break free because I want to break free. So I was really ready for the race. And during the race, there are some many stuff to cheer me up and cheer us up. And there are some speed makers who runs about 3 hour and a half or 4 hours or 4 hour and a half. And I try to follow the 4 hour and a half stuffs. But after 15 kilometers I ran, I felt like I can run more faster. So after 15 kilometers, I try to run fast. And it's really pleasant for me. It's really fun because there are so many people who lives in that island, and they cheer us up like "ganbatte, ganbatte." So I didn't feel like tired anymore. And it is said that after 30 kilometers is hell in marathon. But I didn't feel like tired. Even I ran for 30 kilometers. But I saw a long hill. I felt really afraid of that. And after 33 kilometers, I was getting really tired. and it was really difficult to breathe and move my legs. So I almost to walk, but some girls on the top of the mountain, they found me and my race number, and they found my name in the program, and they shouts me, "Ganbare Natchan!" Yeah, Natchan is my nickname, and Ganbare means manga.
Yeah.
And even we didn't know each other, and I didn't know them, and they didn't know me, but they found my name and my nickname and shouted me. So I almost cried, and I have a really power to run. And after that, I really fire. And finally, I finished in 4 hours and a half. Yeah, my target time was 5 hours, but I break my time. Yeah, and also surprisingly, I got second prize of this marathon competition. This process reminds me 1 Corinthians 9 verse 24 to 26. It says, "Don't you realize that in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away. But we do it for an eternal prize. So I run with purpose on every step to reach my goal." The prize is not to get trophy or something, but to get God's prize, I think. So there are so many temptation and trouble around us, but we can conquer them because Jesus gives us strength and conquer the enemies. So that's why I can go finish the goal, the marathon. And do you remember the phrase which I said the first? Life is marathon. Yeah. So marathon is not only fight by myself. Yeah. I can finish the race because people around support me. So my mother makes every time my mother made me a really healthy food, and father cheer me up, and before I went to the island, he gave me special socks to run. And also the staff in the marathon race, they cheer us up, and they like a godman like that. So our life is also same, I think. Yeah, we can't live by ourselves. So we can go for it because of the cooperation people around us. And also I want to share one more verse. Hebrew chapter 12, verse 1. This is one of my favorite verses. Yeah. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. When I was in SMR, I was also running every day. I wasn't a fast runner, but I like running, so I always practice even there isn't any club activity, because I want my friend to cheer up by showing my running. Yeah. So, and after I met Jesus, actually I met Jesus when I was 18 years old. Yeah. And after I met Jesus and read that Hebrew verse, I remember the policy of why I run. Yeah. So living with God is as same as practicing running, I think. So many people around me watch my way to live with Jesus. So I live as a Christian whenever I am. Yeah. So God support us to run marathon of our life. So if there are difficult hills or like deep valleys, God and God's family always cheer us up and support us. Then I can enjoy to run my funny life even in Jakarta. Thank you.